Yo, what's up guys? d-cellgaming here, back with some more final gear. And today is going to be an in-depth guide on the new collab event that just dropped for the month. I'm going to go over everything that you guys need to know about this event, so let's get this thing started. Alright guys, so diving in game, before I get started with the guide, there's one thing that I want to talk about, which is in the news section that might have gotten overlooked by a lot of people, and that is URs are now in the game. So if you don't know, they're going to start basically releasing UR upgrades in stages. Units are going to be able to get UR upgrades. So the first 3 UR pilots are going to be Evelyn, Natasha, and Heath. So we're going to go over those 3 real quick right before I dive into this guide. So the first person that I'm going to talk about is actually Evelyn, and honestly, she gets overlooked a lot, but her and Viorate are actually really good units to build up if you're free to play. They're very free to play friendly and they're very strong units. To get to UR, you're going to have to evolve them from SR to SSR to UR, and you're going to get the evolve currency from the daily missions. So this is what her UR preview looks like, and I really like it. I like the design, and the UR boost she gets is she will deal 2x damage when her health is below 90%, so that's really good. It's really good if you can get her all the way to UR. It's going to be very expensive to do that, but if you're free to play, this might be a very good option for you. And the next one is going to be Natasha. So her UR upgrade is going to look like this. Again, I think it looks fantastic. Looks really cool. And the UR property is going to be upon releasing Ura, that is her high gear. So when she does her high gear, it will boost crit damage for all teammates by 100% for 10 seconds. Doesn't stack and can only be refreshed. So Natasha's a pretty good support unit. If you know her skills, she will help buff your team, and this really helps. So every time she does her UR, every time she does her high gear, she will boost crit damage for all teammates by 100%. That's crazy. I think PN26's UR artwork is my favorite. That is just wow. That is awesome. I just love that. I love all the fire. The whole thing is just amazing. And her UR quality is Iris's critical hits restore health that is equal to 3% of her max health for the teammate with the lowest health. This effect can be triggered once every second. Now, if you go into conflict zone, you go into exchange, that's where you're going to see the combat memory cores. Just in case you guys were wondering what the combat memory cores are for, they're going to be for those UR awakened skills. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the collab event. The first thing I want to talk about is going into the shop, and make sure that you go into the gift packs and go to the limited time pack and get this purchase right here, the Nerv supply crate, every single day. This is something that you get for free, and what it does is give you a Nerv recruitment ticket that we're going to be using a little later on in the collab event. Make sure you log in every day and you pick one of these up. The second thing I want to bring to your attention is when you go into the collab event and you go to the exclusive reward, your login reward is going to be Shinji right off the bat. So we get an SSR pilot right off the bat. That's really nice. And through this event, we're actually going to be able to get his custom mech as well and a bunch of his sequence cores, but I'll go over all that in just a bit. The core challenge is like a monthly check-in thing. Every single day, you're going to unlock some challenges to get extra rewards. These rewards come in stages of gold, experience tickets, blueprints, etc. And every one of them is going to give you an item called backup power. And this is used in the event itself to give you more stamina or vigor, whatever you want to call it, to give you extra stage clears. Now, one thing worth noting is these things right here, the offensive warrior, complete 30 offensive bounties. It is worth noting that if you skip these dailies, it does not count. So if you do like 10 skips, you know, where you go in and you play a stage one time and it gives you 10 of them, those 10 don't count. You physically have to complete a stage. So yeah, I don't know why they made it this way. It's just more tedious, but I don't know. I guess it kind of helps. I don't know. I really don't know what they're thinking here, but you do have to physically complete an offensive bounty to get the reward. So it's going to take you 30 tries, okay? You can't skip it. If you skip it, you're only going to get one So just keep that in mind. Taking a look at Shinji, the pilot that we get, he's pretty well. I'm not going to go over his skills in depth here, but I do want to kind of notice that when you modify him, from 3-star to 4-star, it takes 20 sequence cores. From 4 to 5, it takes 30. Like, I don't know why they chose to make the sequence cores, the sequences so high of a cost. And when I first saw this, I got kind of mad, and I'm like, what's the point of giving you a free unit if you're not ever able to really modify them and talent them? But I'll go over that. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get a lot of sequences for doing this event, so don't worry, we're gonna have enough. So that's the login stuff out of the way. Let's go back into the collab event and go into the event itself and take a look at what we got. So when you go into the event, you're just given this huge screen here. Like, there's a lot to go over, so let's dissect it down and talk about what you need to be doing. But first, let's move my camera. Let's move me up there. Okay, now you can kind of see the whole screen. So you're gonna see research, mission, shop, magi, magi, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And then you have battle, nerve supplies, combat prep, and region restoration. There's a lot here, but don't worry, we have the whole month to get all of this done, so don't fret. Let's just go over what we need to do. So talking about the battles, you're gonna go through the normal stages, the hard stages, and the challenge stages. This is very much the same as all the other events that we get. The only difference is once you 3-star all of the event, all of the stages, you're gonna get rewards. You're gonna get these capsules, and at the very end, all 24 stars, you're gonna get some of Shinji's sequences. The rewards that you get here are going to be used elsewhere within the event, but we're going to go over that in just a minute. Clearing hard stages is going to give you the same thing. All of the energy collection stuff is all the same. Now the big difference here is you're going to be clearing hard stages as much as you can. Once you 3-star a stage, you can sweep it, so that's very nice. And the first 10 stages of hard that you do every day, you're going to get pin dolls, and that's going to be useful to know in the future. Just know you're going to get 10 pin dolls a day. Clearing out hard modes is also going to give you battle plans, which are used in the research menu, and nerve IDs, which is used in like the gacha pool system. The other thing in the battle menu to take into account is not only do you have 2 stages, you also have angel attacks. So if you're familiar with the Evangelion story, where they're angels, like the big monsters come down and attack you every day or whatever, that's kind of what they're simulating here. I think that's really cool. You have easy, normal, and hard, and each one is gonna cost a challenge ticket, which refreshes every 12 hours, and you get a new angel attack every 24 hours. So you're gonna need to pay for extra challenges in order to get the hard mode, or save up some trophy tickets or some daily missions to get extra attacks here. So just keep that in mind, that you're gonna need to do this as much as possible to maximize your rewards. And you can, as you can see here, you get more nerve IDs, which again, that's used for the gacha. We'll go over that in just a minute. And the advanced supplies, which are used in the restoration phase of the collab. So let's just kind of go down the list and talk about everything here. The combat prep room, this is where you're gonna spend your pin dolls. You click on somebody here and you will be able to increase their fondness levels by 10 every day by spending the 10 pin dolls. Every 10 fondness level, you're gonna get some bonus rewards. So basically it's gonna take you about 15 days or so, because you can get 10 a day, and it's gonna take 3 days to max out 1 pilot, and there's 5 pilots. So that's 15 days. The region restoration ties in with the shop, but we'll go over that in just a bit. So this is where you're gonna spend all of these items here, the basic supplies, the intermediate supplies, and supreme supplies, blah, 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 all that stuff. So you go down and you hit the supply donation, and this is where you spend those currencies. As you can see, you have a rank reward. I'm at 47 right now. I can't get below 30. So it's very competitive. There's a lot of people just dumping a bunch of money into this, so don't worry about getting a high rank. The only thing the rank reward does is give you a new title. So as you can see here, since I'm currently ranked 47, I'm gonna get the Moon Awakening title, which is kind of funny because I would rather have the 100 through 1000 rank, because I think Supreme Commander sounds way cooler. But anyway, you can look at the rewards here and see what kind of rank that you're going to be getting, and so that's just kind of nice that you'll have something once the event's over. You'll have something that you can, you know, show off. At the very top, you're going to have like a server wide supply request. As you can see, we're at only 10% right now, and you're gonna get these items here: challenge tickets for angels, and then these pilot skills enhancements for the Nerv pilots, which are the collab pilots. Back into the main menu, you will see your power remaining at the top right corner here, and what this is how many attacks you get a day. Each stage that you clear costs 10 power or vigor or stamina, whatever you want to call it, and this is where you can go and replenish your power with the backup power items. They give you 30 extra power per use, or you can use 100 free crystals to get 60 power. Continuing to go down the list, we have the Nerv Pool. So this is really cool. This is where you're going to get the extra backdrops. You're going to get a lot of virtual implants and a lot of talent currencies. This by itself is totally worth it. So every 10 stages that you clear, you're going to get 10 draws. It works just like all of the other event pools that we've had in the past, but this one is amazing. Not only do you get the cool artwork like my lobby poster there, you get a lot, and I mean a ton, of talent currency. So this is amazing. This is very, very good. Make sure that you're getting as much out of these pools as you can. And also, just to keep in mind, these cost the Nerv ID cards, which again, you're going to get those from clearing the hard stages. Let's talk about the research option. So when you go into the research menu, you're going to have a level up option and some of these that say waiting. When you go here, this is where you can actually research these things here are for the event tabs, or the event talents. We'll go over that in a minute. So both of these items here, the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Human Instrumentality Project, these are for the Magi system, Magi system, whatever you want to call it. And then also you can get some extra sequences, which is always nice. And doing this costs battle plans. Again, you get the battle plans from clearing hard stages. So you can already kind of see the flow of this collab event. You clear hard stages, you sweep it, you get as much of the battle plans, you get as much as the Nerv IDs and the shop currency as possible, and you just kind of buy everything out and clear everything out. Now this costs a few extra of the currencies. They are the capsules. So all of the capsules go towards the research level of the event. So increasing the research level actually gives you more things that you can get, more that you can unlock, and more that you can unlock at one time. So as you can see, I'm level 2. I can actually, if I had the battle plans for it, I could get both of these at one time. And it takes an hour to research, so keep that in mind as well. Now, going on to the missions. The missions, for some reason, always lags my game. I'm not sure why. Now, they're broken down into Projector 1, 2, and 3. And all this is weeklies, dailies, and then the trophy rewards. So the weeklies, of course, they work just like any other weekly. You're going to get currency for the event, which is going to be the battle plans. You're going to get some gold. You're going to get some capsules, and you're going to get a bunch of the backup powers. You're also going to get some badges as well, and that's used for the shop. And then the information capsules, the green things, those are actually used to speed up the researches if you need to. They work very much like the overload chips within the Felix system. Then the dailies is going to do the same thing, but the rewards are going to be slightly smaller. You just get them every day. And then going on to the trophies, this works again just like all of the other events that we've experienced in the past. You're going to get event related currencies, you're going to get free crystals, which is always nice, and you're going to get backup powers, you're going to get some skins, and a bunch of the Shinji sequences that you're going to need. Moving on to the talent system. This talent system is really nice. It's kind of neat because it applies only to the collab event itself. So if you see here, this tech is only effective during the event, and you get stuff like boost attack when challenging the EVA event stages. These are going to cost the Instrumentality Projects and the Dead Sea Scrolls. So this is where you're going to spend that, and you get a lot of stuff here. So you're going to spend some time just this I really like this system because it's going to help out newer players. It's going to help out all players really to kill those angels, to really 3-star those stages and things like that. Now, speaking of 3-starring stages, one thing that I did forget to mention, in order to 3-star all of the challenge stages, you're actually going to have to take Shinji with you. So don't do what I did and just use your main team and just like mow it down. You do actually have to bring Shinji along. And so yeah, just keep that in mind. In order to get the 3-star, you're going to have to use Shinji on those challenge stages. But it's only on the challenge stages, not normal or hard. And the last thing, guys, to talk about is the shop. So looking at the top, you can see your contribution. Now, if you remember, that is actually from the restoration project where you spend all the currency and you get those rank rewards for the titles. Well, every 5, 10, and 15,000 contribution that you store up, you're going to unlock more of the shop that you can buy. And this is where you're going to be able to use your badges here to buy out stuff from the shop. You're going to get backdrops, you're going to get gold, you're going to get currencies, you're going to get, this is where you're going to be able to get Shinji's custom mech. You're going to get some more backdrops. And if you look very carefully, you're going to get talent upgrades for them, and you're going to get a ton of Shinji sequences here. You get 20 here, 30 here, and 50 here. So that's a total of 100 sequences from the shop. So that combined with all of the trophy rewards and stuff like that, you should be able to get enough Shinji sequences if you want to use him to really level him up, talent him up, and modify him and all that. I don't know why they chose to make the modifying numbers so big. Maybe to make the shop rewards or something feel more like rewarding. I don't know, but I just found that kind of weird. But at the end of the day, you still should be able to get plenty of these rewards to level him up. But yeah, that's pretty much the shop. There's not much to it. You get the badges, you buy the stuff. It's pretty simple. One thing worth noting is we are only on chapter 1 and we have until December 28th to get all of this done. So we're gonna get more stuff every week. So keep that in mind. We only have areas, chapters 1 and 2. Then we're going to be getting chapters 3 and chapters 4. So do keep that in mind. There's going to be more to do as the weeks progress. Now, the special recruitment banners work similarly to the special recruitment banners that we've gotten in the past. The only difference is what we get per level is slightly different, but we still get the bits to buy out their custom mechs. It's still going to cost the same, a maximum of 13 pulls to guarantee it. And on the 8th round, you will guarantee getting the unit, like you can get Asuka here. Now, I'm not going to go into detail in this video about Rei and Asuka. I will do that in a future video. Just know that Asuka is a really strong DPS unit. She can bypass shields and has a chance to just bypass defense and shields altogether. And Rei is a good defensive support unit. If you have Liangle, Rei is definitely not needed. If you have really any of the strong DPS options, Asuka's not needed as well. And we are getting Kaoru, probably. I'm assuming we're going to be getting Kaoru within the next week or so. And that would probably be my suggestion, is to save for Kaoru. If you could only get one unit this collab, I would say get him. Now, if you don't like husbandos, then probably go for Asuka. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful in some kind of way. If there's something in the video you thought I missed or want me to go over in more greater detail, let me know in the comments down below. Also, what do you guys think about this collab event? For one, I think it's great. I don't necessarily like the time crunch that we're on. There's a lot of units to try to get if you're trying to be a collector. And if you're a free to play, you're going to be missing out a lot. Kind of feels bad. But at the same time, I'm kind of hoping this is a way for them to catch us up with the Chinese server. That would be, I think, better in the long run. And hopefully they're smart enough to rerun some of these banners that, you know, we missed from that time crunch. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you've made it this long into the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel for more content like this in the future. I hope you guys have a great day, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.